Alright, so the new Grizzly sliding table saw has arrived. Came very nicely packaged on a pallet. And now I get to go ahead and take it apart and put it together. Got the top box off of it. Just got it opened. And there she is. Next is taking apart the pallet. Alright, so got the pallet off, or apart. There were a whole bunch of boxes around the saw as well. Of course, you have the grease on the tabletop you gotta clean off later. And the big thing to be careful of is it comes with these brackets that you have to unscrew, or you can take the saw off of the bottom part of the pallet. Saw is off of the pallet now on the floor. It is very heavy, very, very heavy. Started opening up the boxes that came with it. The smallest box has the manual and a few other parts. This one has one of the Alfie tables, side table. This one box, it's very light. You gotta be careful because it's stapled on this side and the hose is inside of it. I started to use my knife to cut, and all of a sudden I saw there was a hose in there. So luckily I did cut the hose, but just be careful with that. I mean, Grizzly, a do not cut would be nice on the box. This box has the miter sled or gauge, and then right here is the arm for the sliding table. Alright, time to assemble some stuff and be back. Alright, so quick little update. I got the side support on. That is with 3 bolts. The back support, and that is with 2 bolts, and managed to get the sliding part of the saw on it. Very heavy. I recommend you get a friend to help. What you have to do is, it comes with these little T screws that slide into the saw, and then you put them into the hole. Same on the other side. And that's where I am so far. I got the grease cleaned off of the table. And moving on. Just a quick update. Got the tape installed. The rail that the fence slides on. It's really smooth actually. Got the actual fence. These knobs right here control the movement of the fence and locking it down. Started working on the support for the slide. Next is this was attached to the arm, and then this is going to go onto these 2 knobs. Had the support arm just went into this track. Was really easy to do actually, but so far so good. Assembly's going along quickly, easily. The hardest part so far was moving this sliding table into position. Alright, so the sliding table with the crosscut arm is all done and assembled. Works fantastic. Got a little lock here, take it off. Slides nice and smooth. And locks back up. Really nice, really nice. Next is took off the motor housing. There's 4 bolts that you gotta loosen, and then that just comes right off. And next is very important, you gotta take off this bracing that they use for shipping to brace the motor. So, gonna take that off. Alright, so the saw is all done and together. Here you have the cross-cut sled all assembled. The miter is a pain in the butt, honestly. I had to pull that thing a little bit back to get it on there. The directions kind of got lazy towards the end, and they just had a picture instead of assemble by the picture. It wasn't hard. Here's a stop for the miter. Probably going to loosen that, it's really tight. And you pull this, or unscrew it, lower it, and lift it. And screw it back to tighten it. And then this thing goes up and down to secure a piece of wood to the sliding table. I haven't made any adjustments yet or tested it yet. I'm going to have to do the 5-cut method on the miter, on the back of the supports, and then on the front also, because you can move this either in the back or in the front. Either or works. So you can either push from the back if you have a longer piece, or you can move to the front and then you can have it behind you. I installed this blade guard, which with a dust collector attachment on it. I installed a blade already. I haven't tested it yet. I haven't turned it on yet. Power is still in the bag. Blade wasn't hard to do. All you gotta do for the blade is you push this forward. And then open up this, and then you put the pin, arbor lock, and the arbor lock hole, then that locks it from turning. It comes with this little key here. The 22 is for the blade arbor, and then you have the 19, which is for the scoring blade arbor. And then if you want to take off the scoring blade, you have to put the arbor lock in that hole right there. And then I put the splitter in there, and luckily it does go up and down with the blade, so that was nice to know. Because when I originally asked Grizzly, they said it does not. They said it was stationary, but it actually does go up and down with the blade. I have not, once again, I just installed it. I haven't aligned it yet. And I was going to take off the cover in a bit. So the dust collection hose for the saw blade goes here. I attached the supporting arm here. And then I'm going to change this, of course. It's all I had right now in the shop because I want to do all the tests. But I'm going to get like a short, maybe 1 foot section of pipe. And then I have that little kind of splitter there. So that will be much closer to there. And then I can get the other dust hose from the collector here also. Now I know a lot of people love the removal of the plastic. I had to remove a little bit to get the miter in there. But here is Alright, so it does not want to come off in one piece. Alright, next time we'll go ahead and get it running and start adjusting.